So, good afternoon, everybody. Thank you very much because I'm very happy to be here with you and to share some time with all of you. My name is Rosana. This is my picture, and I don't know if you can see my image. Also, I am now at home because in some minutes when I finish, I will start traveling to one of the factories of my company in order to work and to do the things I'm going to explain just now, no, to you. As Silvia told you, I'm graduated, or no sé, I don't know exactly the word in English, licenciada. No? I did the studies in the university in Valencia about chemistry. No, and this is in really, it was my choice because really I loved. No, when I was really young, I decided I want to study chemistry. I, I don't know. I thought I was thinking that I will be, or I should be happy working on a laboratory. No, at the end no, after 25 years working, no, the laboratory is the place or the area that I visit the less. No, even with my studies. So. At the end, studying chemistry, I have had a lot of opportunities to develop a career, a professional career in a company. In this case, in a food company, because I don't know if all of you know, but Campo Frio is a food company. It's mainly based on meat products and also other. We are trying to investigate and to produce products based on other type of proteins like vegetables. Okay, so I work here, no, in Campo Frio Food Group. Campo Frio is a multinational, it's a European. Well, now it's Mexican because we are part of a big company. This is Sigma Alimentos. It's a Mexican company, but Sigma Alimentos in Europe is Campo Frio Food Group, no, and we have several plants in several countries in Europe, no. In Spain, under the brand that I understand if you are Spanish, you should know, like Campo Frio, Oscar Mayer, Navidul, Revilla are part of this group. If you came from France, maybe you know Aost or Justin Bidou are other brands that belongs also to my company. If you are from Italy, maybe you know Fiorucci is the brand in Italy, or Imperial from Benelux, Stegman in Netherlands, and Carolive in Romania, no? And also Nobre in Portugal, because also we have a factory there. Always, all these brands, or behind all these brands, are meat products, mainly meat products. But now, as you can see here, no, we are starting producing products based on other type of proteins like vegetables. No, so it's a big company, a multinational company with a lot of countries, a lot of cultures. And all with the same intention to produce safe, healthy food for all the communities. This is our purpose, no? To bring all the communities everywhere favorite foods to love, no? And our purpose and our principles, no? Delight our consumers, innovate together, deliver with integrity, lead to inspire, and foster well-being. These are our big pillars, no? Always thinking on food and feed people, no? But like a modern company with a big purpose and strong principles. Okay, let me explain some minutes before speaking more deeply about my work, no, my profession in my company. I'm mainly focused on food safety. No, food safety, okay, is something, or is to be sure that we are producing not only the products that you want and you love, also the products that you enjoy and safe products for you, healthy products for you, and sustainable products for you and for our planet. No, this is all that is behind the concept of food safety. But let me tell you a little history, about food safety, because it's where we come from. No, no, in 2000. Sorry, in 1969, no, the man was in the moon. No, was the first travel. No, the first time that man was in the man was in the moon. No? And of course, it was necessary to prepare products without any kind of mistake without okay, no hazards, no mistakes, correct products, without any microbiological, physical, chemical, and allergenical hazard, because in the travel, there's no possibility to go to the doctor. So it was the beginning of think on not only produce good products, tasty products with taste, with flavor, and with smell, with good smell, but also healthy products, because nobody wanted to produce these wrong products to put in this kind of troubles. So this was the beginning of food safety, and a lot of situations occurred in Spain, or even in Spain and in Europe, that were very 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 difficult situations. But after the situation, we learned, or people in food industries learned a lot, because in this case, for instance, a long time ago, in 1981, it was a problem with rapeseed oil that wasn't allowed for human consumption in Spain, and in spite of it was in other countries. But Spain authorities obligated to the importers to denaturate this oil, by adding a colorant, a blue colorant, in order to distinguish, and to persuade producers to use it for human consumption, because anybody wants an oil, with blue color. But at the end, some oil producers distilled the denatured oil under high temperatures, and the colorant disappeared. So the oil began again with began with the right color, and this oil was bottled and sold, but in the street markets, because in those years, you could sell all the food you want in the street without any sanitary supervision. It was a big crisis, with a lot of people. No more than 20,000 people was affected, and more than 1,000 people died. In 1996, we were talking about, maybe some of you have heard about the mad cow disease. In this case, bovine spongiform encephalopathy, commonly known as the mad cow disease, was a neurodegenerative disease of the cattle. This bovine spongiform encephalopathy is due to an infection by misfolded protein known as a prion. Cattle are believed to have been infected by being fed meat and bone meal that contain the remains of other cattle who spontaneously develop this disease. Spread to humans is believed to result in a illnesses that is known as Creutzfeldt-Jakob's disease. The agent can be transmitted to humans by eating this food contaminated with this prion. So this was the first moment in Europe where the European food safety authorities were started to build the legislation of food safety as we know today. So as you can see, food safety is really, really young. We are talking about food safety only 25, 30 years ago. Other crisis that was really well known was the presence of E. coli in some cucumbers. Maybe it was a crisis in Germany, very deep crisis in Germany. Other, maybe it was the presence of horse meat proteins horse meat ADN in some burgers in Tesco, in UK, with these burgers was they were bovino, the vacuno, from bovino, and it was found horse for horse ADN, because a cross contamination in the slaughterhouse. And at the end, this is very recent, the presence of fipronil, in eggs. Fipronil, for instance, is used in farms as an insecticide, but is not allowed in order to to put on the animals in order to avoid the presence of insects. And at the point, it was a cross contamination, because they used this kind of insecticide, and at the end, the eggs that were near of the point of application of this insecticide were contaminated. And this year, no, maybe all of you haven't heard about this, no, this crisis about ethylene oxide, no. Ethylene oxide was also recently found in the additive in locust bean gum. No, it's really very used in the production of aliment of foods. No, and is used as a thickening agent or a stabilizer. No, of some emulsions in food industry. It is used in foods, mainly in ice creams, breakfast cereals, meat products, and also in fermented milk products and cheese. No, the expert said that there's no safe level of exposure to consumers in products. No, there's no culture of this kind of chemical in food. This chemical is very well known and very effective, and is used also for sterilizing materials and instruments in surgery and for medical devices, but it's not allowed for food use in Europe. No, so okay, there has been the last crisis of problems in food. No, so as you can see, we have a lot of points of crisis when we are talking about food, no? Because we want to produce safe and healthy products. And of course, we have a lot of tools in our, we can use a lot of tools in order to be very well informated, no, about alerts all around the world. No, for instance, you can see here the statistics of, in these cases, are not very actual. No, are from 2020 and 2017. Are the different crises that have been occurred, no, in Europe. Not all the crises are a crisis in order to collect the products from the markets. Only maybe a crisis or maybe a notification of a possible hazard or something to be alert. No, not only withdrawals in order to recall or collect all the products in the markets. No, but you can see, no, because of the presence of pathogenic microorganisms, because of the presence of mycotoxins, because of the presence of pesticide or residues, heavy metals, food fraud also. No, you know, a lot of crises. Imagine you buy a Spanish ham, an Iberian ham, or maybe a very expensive, a very high quality ham, and at the end is not like this. No, it's a cheaper product. No, this kind of food fraud. No, food additives and flavorings, and also the presence of allergens. No? So a lot of crises, a lot of no crisis, a lot of points of attention, and a lot of tools in order to be informed and in order to manage, no, the production of our products in our companies. So our current scenario, as you can see, no, increasing sensitivity to environmental pollution, also the use of plastics, and and in my case, because I'm from the meat product industry, no, a negative opinion from the meat sector, no, animal and welfare, no, with the animal welfare or unwelfare, no, okay, the declaration about processed meat products and the possibility of trigger some illnesses, antibiotics, steroids, okay, veggie tendencies, no, veggie tendencies. At the end, a lot of this is our scenario, no, the scenario that we are growing now, no, and we are developing, and we are starting new projects, new products, new ways of producing food, meat products, meat products for you, no, for the communities. So what do you want? What you want is fair product, transparency, traceability. You want to trust in the companies that produce the aliments, the food that you use, no? The food that you have in your reach, or you give to your sons or in your families. No, committed with the development of people, cultures, not okay. You want to trust and transparency, no, in order that you and myself, no. In a nutshell, natural and ethical claims, no, on a global, new food and drink product launches are in the rise. No, we want it's not only question of produce the products, it's question of produce health products, safe products, and fair products, and transparency and information, and give all with sensibility, with all the sensibility that that our clients have. No. Okay, this is our more or less these are the four blocks, no, the four blocks, that big blocks that we are facing every day, no. We are facing the fraud in food. We are facing also the food safety, of course, no, in order to produce safe product, no, without the risks of microchemical, physical, allergenical risks. We want also to produce the products you want with the quality you are expected, no, you are expecting. And of course, we need to defend also our business, no, we because okay, mainly that defend our food defense is okay, somebody is some tendencies that want to hurt the business, no, or maybe no, sorry. Yes, but ¿cómo se dice? Reputational issues, things that maybe, okay, some, the companies also need to be protected against this. So this is our scenario, no? This is and the future, no? that we will have in our company. So in this scenario, which is my responsibility? What is my responsibility? So my responsibility at work is just this, is linked with food safety, no? Is implementation and auditing these rules of quality, food safety, animal welfare, cleanliness, good manufacturer practices in production, not only with the animals in our slaughterhouses, but also in the slaughterhouses and in the deboning plants. As you can see here, look for quality, look for food safety, take care of the good manufacturer practices of people, of machinery, of infrastructures. This is my work, no? Around all the companies that we have in Europe, as I mentioned before, no. Okay. Well, these pictures are more recent, no. Okay. So this my responsibility is related with this, with food safety, with policies, controls, regulations, and internal auditing. So my contribution, or the contribution, a little contribution in my work was is just with this, with the food safety, as we celebrate before summer the World Food Safety Day, but you can see here, the all food safety contribution, all food safety worries, are focused mainly in this, and ensure that the product is safe, grow it safe. When you are talking about agriculture of food producers, because in our case, we are talking about animals and feed for animals also. Keep it safety, of course, as a business operators. We need to produce the product and keep it safety towards you till is in okay, keep it safety for you. No, we need to have a good team and a big culture, improve the culture and the sensibility in food safety in order to be every day concerned and everyday alert, because as you can see, there are a lot of things that can be a problem in the food industry, and we need to be prepared in order to have a very fast answer, and the best, to have a lot of prevention in order to avoid any problem. And of course, not know what's safe, because you consumers must learn about safe and healthy food. So a lot of transparency. We need to or we must help you in order to understand our products, or we must help you in order to be sure that the product you have is the product you want or you were expecting. Our pillars as a company regarding to these sustainability development goals, of course, as a food company, our pillars are around health and nutrition, shared value, well-being, and of course environment, because as a company that consumes water, as a company that generates residue waste, as a company that have animals, we are very focused on try to on respect all the on reduce our environmental impact, by using natural resources, or in this case specific alternative plastics, alternative packagings, and of course having very transparent relationship with our suppliers of animal suppliers of ingredients with people that is with the crops and so on, in order to have a global relation of transparency in all the steps of the food chain. Okay, our goals. Yeah, as you can see around our pillars, no, we know we have our contribution towards 2025. No, well, we have annual reports in order to know where we are, in order where we are, in this case in 2020, and compare with where we want to be in 5 years. Well, in 4 years. And that's all. I don't know if you. Okay, I would like you to hear you. You will, maybe you have some questions or to ask me, or you want to know something about the things that I have I told you, or something. So please start. Hola. Hola.
Sí, Rosana, perdón, estaba organizando internet. Okay. ¿Pero has terminado o se ha cortado
Sí.
algo?
No, he terminado.
Perfecto, perfecto. Pues entonces ahora, así, yo sé. Ok, so, ok, lo que no sé, creo que esto funcionará. Rosana,
Sí,
¿escuchas?
sí.
No. Okay, no. Because I think it's just working with that. Maybe you can come over. Here, right here.
Hola. Hola.
Okay, hola.
Hola. Tell me.
Oh, get the picture. Maybe like this you can talk.
Okay, actually, I want to know what is the part of food tech in your work, because you say that you have some difficulties, and also what is the part of technology in your work, because you
Yeah.
explained.
Okay, we use a lot of technology because, as I told you, and one of the most important thing in our work is to be prepared to avoid crisis, no, and to avoid crisis. Of course, we use a lot of technology in the production of in aliments, no, in the production of foods, no. We use a lot of technology, but also in laboratories, no. We have a lot of a complete micro laboratories, and also chemical laboratories, in order to analyze ingredients, analyze raw materials, analyze feed for animals, and to have all the global vision of all the possible map, no, the mapping of the different risks that we know that are in the world, no, because if we understand that we have a crisis in another part of the world due to a chemical ingredient in a specific raw material, we need to be prepared for this, no. So a lot of high technology in laboratories, a lot of high technology in the laboratories, also high technology in the production of food, because as I told you, no, the food companies in general, and Campo Frio in particular, we are really worried about our our print in environment, the consumption, water consumption, energy consumption, the generation of plastics, and so on. So a lot of also big technology in order to look for alternative production processes, no, processes, and alternative packaging and alternative systems in order to maintain and to keep safe the products for you. So mainly the technology is focused on it, no, on analyzing, on producing, on reducing the impact in environmental due to more looking for more for instance for plastics and packaging is just a very a big tendency of high technology for us also.
Okay, so actually the major part of your work is based on artificial intelligence.
Sorry.
I say that actually the major part of your work is based on artificial intelligence. AI.
My See, my work is mainly focused on auditing, no, on checking, no, not I don't have the opportunity to use this kind of technologies, no. I use the information from these technologies, vale. Okay.
Thank you, Rosana. Any other questions regarding the tips Rosana just made us, or some ideas related to the problem you want to solve to ask to Rosana? Nothing? Okay. So in that case, Rosana, thank you very much. Okay, here. Thank you very much for your time and sharing this time with us. Um,
It was a
hope,
pleasure.
hope to see you again.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay.